Hey guys, this is Diag from Central Kentucky Motorsports. We're going to take you through a Diag process from the beginning to the end, show you the value of what you're getting. I have not looked at this machine yet, so this is a totally blind Diag with one of my techs. Start to finish, we're going to document the whole thing and we're going to see what happens. This machine was at another dealership, it's been there I think 3 times. They're having a hard time figuring it out. Yeah, we take off, machine cuts out. As soon as you give it gas, you can smell some oil burning and some slight belt, maybe some belt smell, some kind of rubbery smell. So it may be slipping, but there's no codes on the dash. Doesn't mean that there's not inside the ECU. It's got a big turbo on it. They said it had aftermarket ejectors. We haven't verified that yet. And we haven't got into the ECU to scan it yet. So we'll find that out when we get there. Looks like we have some wiring damage here, or somebody's tried to work on it. You can see it's opened up, see the belt's been off, so we see some tracks there, some breadcrumbs where somebody else has been. We'll get into it. You'll see a step by step and let you know as we go. Well, now we got a code, and it's hiccuping like that. You hear that pulsing as that's in limp mode. So usually what that means is we have a interaction fault between the electronic throttle paddle and the throttle body in the back. That's probably why they had those wires out, because they were notorious for rubbing back there and breaking that connection. So code went out. So after it reset, so it's losing communication probably between the pedal and the back. We'll be able to tell that as soon as we hook up the computer. Hopefully it's real easy and there's a code that leads us in the general direction. We'll still have to watch parameters. There's a couple of sensors on the pedal position and they go up simultaneously, so they have to go up as a set. And the reason that they do that is if one fails, then you have the other one that still tells it that it's not to go wide open, so to speak. So if one failed and it went to a wide open parameter, if you only have one sensor in the pedal, you could take off. It could be extremely dangerous. We've got it hooked up, gives the wrench. We're going to see where codes are. So one of the biggest problems, how many freaking, look how many codes we got.
Yeah, but all these codes
they're working on it. I know. So
I'm plugging everything. They're all inactive. It's only got, well, hold on, go back down. That was 68 occurrences.
That's right. That's what I thought it was. Interaction between the throttle pedal.
That code sets if you use your brake and gas at the same time.
So I think what we need to do,
he's done it 68 times.
So I think what we'll do, we're going to save this for now, so that it's.
They had a bunch of stuff unplugged.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. We're going to reset and start by making it back up first.
Well, it's not. If it's a belt issue, it's not going to do it. Sitting in your idling, you're going to.
No, I did. That's what I'm saying. It did it. And I smelled like a belt. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but it's dead.
When it does it though.
Yeah, but then
not before.
But then when you pull up though, it does that surging like when they're.
Well, yeah, because it shuts down the mag cylinder. It shuts down the mag cylinder.
Well, let's for what we're gonna do, we're gonna clear this out. I'm good with that. Are you good with that? What we're gonna do, we are going to clear the codes out. We're gonna go out here. We'll try to make it act up again. And then we will see what our fresh code is, and we'll see if it's an interactive code, or we'll see if it's an interaction code, or we'll see if it's a belt code. One of the two, right? So we're at 1 minute. ECU ICO fault. Reset it. Okay. I'm gonna reset it. Look. So what he just did, he unplugged the secondary throttle body here.
The only reason I knew about that is because we had one do this a long time ago.
So it loses communication between gears.
It's the 5-volt signal wire that goes to the throttle body.
If it loses any of it.
There's the issue either in the throttle body or that circuit.
It's got a new code though. I've never seen this code before ever. These are the two codes you just pulled it. So when you pulled that loose while ago, this is the two codes that came up. So they don't have anything to do with what's actually happening. This one here, ECU ICO fault.
So right now, I'm just checking the known spots that typically wear against each other on the harness. Sometimes some zip ties are cinched down too tight, or the harness is pulled too tight against the clutch housing, causes the wear on the harness, can cut, break, and damage the wiring harness in any way to make it to where it's losing signal intermittently. Get these codes again, so we don't have a big cluster. And then we're going to restart the machine. I'm going to grab this harness. It's got a rough spot in it. You see the lights? That's actually really cool.
That's the code. No, that's not the code that it threw earlier though.
But it's still the same throttle pedal that you switch A.
Yeah, but that's not the that's not the code that it throws when it packs up. You ride it.
Do it again.
Go ride it. Just drive it. You see it. It'll come up as a. Hey, I'll tell you what we do. You just clear it. Go ride it, and it'll throw a computer code. What it'll throw, like it's losing ACM power. You changed something. So it's not a penalty. What'd you do? See what he did.
The only thing I found on it, the lower connector was kind of not all the way seated. And then
You just unplugged it? Plugged the ECU back in?
I just latched the connector all the way down. And then there's a rough spot in the harness on that buttermilk bar.
On the bottom?
Yeah, and I did break that connection loose. We kind of pulled it up a little bit. I kind of wiggled it, but to see if I can get it to do its little thing. But
Now you inadvertently fixed it, so we've got to figure out why. Not enough.
That's the only two things I've done.
Okay, well then we know we're on to something now. I wonder if it's just the ECU. If I was guessing, man, I bet it was
Punched it low though. It thing snapped the red one. I punched it low. I punched it high multiple times high.
I think it's the connector. We'll still need to address that wiring thing. I don't think it's anything there.
I didn't see anything there. But the lower connector, I think plug number 2 on the ECU was not latched all the way down.
It makes sense because it showed that it was.
But more likely they had that unplugged when they were doing their checks for whatever reason.
Or, well, no, they charged it. Oh, it could have been. They've been in there 3 times for the same thing. Unless that's throttle body. Yeah, you gotta do throttle body. Well, we think we got it. We think we have an answer. We will report back here shortly and see if we have any wiring problems or anything like that. But sometimes it's just the simple stuff, you know. We'll see. Hey guys, we're back this morning after a successful diag yesterday. You've probably seen Cameron kind of figured it out. We were touching base on maybe it being a wire up at the ECM or a wire down here at the bottom. Me and him both knew that sound, if you remember at the beginning of the diag, I was saying that it was probably a pedal correlation problem. And the reason that happens is we lose CAN connection or a data connection between the ECM and the pedal or the throttle body and the ECM. Those can happen multiple ways though. And on this situation, it was grounding out the ECM that we're grounding it out. Either the ECM's losing power or we're interrupting a data wire by grounding it direct. And then when it does that, it goes into that limp mode where it's pulsing and the same thing that happens when you unplug it. And that's kind of what it was kind of leading us down the wrong way in diagging it. But as Cameron pulled that wire up yesterday, it stopped. So then we zoomed in on this. It's been a problem on these since the beginning. I don't know why they still haven't fixed it. Why Polaris hasn't went around and fixed this, but right down here, if you want to come down, you can see this wire making contact with the frame right there. And it's pretty common, and we will demonstrate the issue here in just a second. So what was happening, they would go to the other shop. This machine would be okay. They would take it out to ride it, and as soon as they got on it really hard, what it would do is the motor would shift back, push up against that wiring harness, and make this problem persist. You know, I guess that's why it was coming and going from the shop into the customer's house, and why sometimes he gets replicated, sometimes they couldn't. It could have just been something as simple as mud being on top of that and causing it not to make connections sometimes, and then it was wet when it came in too, so it could have washed off. Anything could have happened. It's not necessarily that it's the other shop, it's just that you can't leave until you've been able to verify the problem, and sometimes that takes time. So, want to replicate the issue for them?
Yeah, I will.
Back here, you told me. What we're going to do now, we'll take this ticket in. The guy's got warranty on this machine. We will write it up for a harness or maybe a harness repair. Depends on how the warranty company wants to process it. We'll present the labor both ways and see if we can't get this guy taken care of as far as his harness goes. While it's here, we'll check this thing up. We'll do a full inspection, make sure that all warrantable parts are good, and some that aren't warrantable, we'll check those too. Clutches, some stuff like brake pads and stuff like that are not warrantable, but we still go through and check every machine. And then when we're done with this machine, we'll bring you back and we'll show you the repair, how we done it, if we do the harness, or if we got this thing stripped down, and you can see the inside of this machine while we're putting the main harness on it. So we'll see you at the next video, guys.